Hey, guess what? I'm reviewing a bad video game today. Wow, what a surprise. Dr. X Henry reviewing a bad video game. Well, video games are cool. Well, at least most of the time, as long as there's not stupid people with no effort that just make whatever and then they sell it. Well, yeah, there's those people, or just sometimes they have no clue what they're doing, just a minimal experience, or just don't have the budget or whatever. Sometimes it's not always their fault. But you see, when I make a review of something, I usually have to look into it to see if it's enough material for a full-length review, but there's only one piece of media ever that I think I could instantly make a review out of after looking at it for 5 seconds. But today I will be looking at a game that was so bad that its release status is an absolute mystery, and well, yeah, it's even known if an actual copy of this game exists. It doesn't know if how many of them were legitimately manufactured and anything. I mean, like, what could be so wrong about this that it takes you 5 seconds to know it's a dumb material for its own review? How about we play the game for 5 seconds without even touching anything? Oh my God! What is this? Why is this a thing? So I've seen bad music in video games. A lot of bad music in video games is literally just, you know, the same 4 or 5 seconds just being repeated over and over again to make a cohesive song with quotes. And then, well, yeah, usually they don't have lyrics, but so it's like a 7-second loop, but with lyrics. Now, I can't see any other time that this is done with. Yes, I know in Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on the stage select screen there's the I Want to Take You for a Ride song, but I mean, like, yeah, so there's different transitions between everything, and yeah, that is pretty annoying on its own, but it's kind of cool. Just, you know, you're getting all hyped up to play such a great game and everything. There's all this good sprite work and everything. It makes you excited to play the game, and plus there's different transitions. Plus, it also kind of makes me think that it's not saying I want to take you for a ride. It sounds like I want to tickle Bill Murray. I wanna take you for a ride. I mean, like, this due to the fact that this release status is an absolute mystery, and we don't know if there was any, you know, Super Nintendo cartridges ever made, because this is a Super Famicom game, or is it? Probably is, though. We just have no clue of its existence because it's that bad. You know, because it didn't go anywhere until at least the internet got a hold of it. But, like, if there is an English copy, would they still be playing this? I mean, like, I'm pretty sure this would be so bad Nintendo wouldn't want to license this. But, like, even the bad unlicensed games, like, at least those kicked off. At least you can get them. At least you can obtain them. Yeah, some of them are rarer than others, but at least we have legitimate proof of existing copies. But it's just an absolute mystery of everything. Now, there are physical copies that people have made and programmed. They're not licensed by Nintendo or anything for the Super Nintendo, but I mean, like, you can play this game on Adobe Flash if you really wanted to. Like, if this game were ever to be released in America in some form of an English copy, would the music still be the same, or just be marketed as an English product and just be a Japanese game in the overall product of everything? So basically, what I'm saying is, what would this sound like in English? It's kind of like in Nino Kuni Wrath of the White Witch, there's a song called Kono Korea, I can't pronounce that, but it translates to Pieces of a Broken Heart, which is in English. In the American version, there's the English version, but I mean, like, you can access the Japanese version in the American version. I'm not sure about the Japanese version, but at least if you offer a song with Japanese lyrics and you're selling the game in America, I mean, like, this game has an English feature, by the way. I don't know, shouldn't you maybe have an English feature? The killer part that this wasn't even made for this game. It's a rendition of a song called I Love Beijing Tournament, which is kind of a cultural revolution song. And one day somebody decided to make a cover, and then the people that made this game thought it would be a good idea to include 7 seconds of the cover that they didn't even make. I mean, like, it's not even their cover, like I said. I mean, like, I swore they said something about cherry pie, but no, the part of the song that they just keep looping is I Love Beijing Tiananmen, just to that tune, and it's just absolutely annoying. So it does also not help that the literally, they fucking advertise that they're selling games. We will sell your original SNES games. 1/3 of the gross profit will be yours. Please send us your floppy. We will contact you after careful I detail. Why? So there's in between everything. Why is everything so spaced out so far? So I guess with the budget for this game, they just kind of like threw whatever together because they had no budget basically, and then they're just like, oh, we need money. You know, we'll sell your SNES games here. Send us your floppy. Despite the fact that SNES games aren't floppy disk. Yes, there was an unreleased peripheral that could read floppy disk, and there is supposedly existing copies of this game on floppy disk and existing copies of this game on real Famicom cartridges, but we have absolutely no proof that these are real from what I'm showing you right now. I mean, like, it's hard to even find a picture of an existing copy. Oh wow, you guys, there's a result. We need to go here to get all the answers to Hong Kong 97. It's probably the Happy Soft studio, because it's not like I could find anything else. Like, I get that there's small game companies that, you know, probably aren't in business anymore, but like, at least they probably made a few games, but like, nope, they only made this. But so if we look at the game, we see Jackie Chan, who probably had no consideration or acknowledgement in this game production, who is appearing in this game, and also Deng Xiaoping, a real Chinese politician. His height was 5.0, and then, if you don't remember, in the 80s and 90s, everything was like, yeah, 2000, future stuff. But this game was copyrighted, or at least made, in 1995. Well, yeah, so 2 years, it's not that drastic of a difference. But, yeah, so let's play the game. This great game, and that music loop is still playing. Anyway, let's look at this. The year 1997 has arrived. A herd of fucking ugly red. What? Oh my god. A herd of fucking ugly reds. Yeah, ugly reds wasn't good enough for you, Happy Soft. A herd of fucking ugly reds. This is in a Super Nintendo game, basically. Yeah, I know there's stuff like Doom that was violent, but at least there wasn't like language in it, because it wasn't really necessary since there wasn't that much talking in early video games. So, you know, just making cursing in it for no real reason is just kind of pointless, because it doesn't need to be a cursing game. Like with you know, M-rated games come out, they choose to do that, but you know, here it wouldn't be that necessary, because there isn't that much talking in these type of games, and well, in fact, there's no other sounds in this whole entire game besides that music loop that's still playing. Okay, I just can't get over this. But rushing from the mainland, Hong Kong without the uppercase K is ruined. Therefore, the government calls Bruce Lee's relative Chin. That's Jackie Chan. So, Bruce Lee's relative is Jackie Chan. Like, I get that they're both famous kung fu stars, but, you know, you probably forgot that Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee, and you're making a video game, you should probably know that. I mean, like, yeah, so that's Bruce Lee's relative. Chin, yes, that's his name, Chin. We need this dude in Smash Brothers. Like, sign my petition for get Chin in Smash 5. So for the massacre of the Reds, a killer machine, he wipes out 1.2 billion communists. So it's either that 1.2 billion Reds have arrived, or he's wiping out the entire population of China in 1995. Like, that's not even the total amount of Americans living in the United States as the time. Yes, 1.2 billion of the Red communists. So it's either that there's just a bunch of Reds, or he's just doing this. Oh my god, how would you take out the whole population of China? You know, I want to see a death match between him and Chuck Norris. I mean, like, the Nazis surrendered because after Chuck Norris was born, they're like, oh, Chuck Norris is on Earth, oh, we gotta surrender. That's probably why they lost World War II. Oh yeah, by the way, that's not actually true. That's just kind of a meme. That the Nazi surrendering date, that's real though. Okay, so getting back on topic. However, in mainland China, there is a secret project in progress, a project to turn the deceased Deng Xiaoping into a ultimate weapon. But you know what you're looking at is an actual image of a real Chinese leader, like I already mentioned, Deng Xiaoping. Now, it's spelled very differently, but pronounced very similarly. But that's like in 2020, the Republicans are planning to resurrect Donnie Dump. Oh, okay, now we move on to the actual game. So I guess we just run left to right, just shooting Reds. Yeah, kill all the fucking ugly Reds. Take that, Reds. Why do they turn into an explosion that's just a pixelated image of an explosion that they didn't even make a sprite for, and then a picture of a dead body? Why is that a thing? And then, literally after 4 minutes of just shooting Reds, there's Deng Xiaoping just comes down, and then he tries to attack you. Oh, look at this, he's just going up and down. Yeah, we gotta kill Deng Xiaoping's floating head thing with, why is his organs still, like, sticking out? And then when you die, there's a picture of a dead body, it's kind of like how the dead body sprite for the Reds is exactly the same. I don't know, I guess the Asians all look the same. I probably just lost a couple of subscribers by saying that, but why are they the same? And plus, why is there an actual picture of what could be a dead body? Because, I mean, like, it clearly looks like this belongs to some sort of surveillance. Like, they seriously could have had a actual dead body in a Super Famicom game. Keep in mind, Famicom stands for Family Computer, or basically just what is an NES or SNES in Japan. But why is that there? That can't be real. Like I'd be pissed if my dead family member was in some weird unlicensed Famicom game. Oh, it doesn't help that all the backgrounds are really weird. There's like a Chinese or Japanese image I can't seem to make out. There's Deng Xiaoping's face. I think a bunch of people standing next to a lake. Coca-Cola. Wait, Coca-Cola? Why is the background Coca-Cola? Oh, and then as soon as you die, the game's over, basically, because, like, you know, they were lazy, and it's not like you have health or anything, or items or anything that could, you know, make the game better. Just shoot the Reds. How do you expect anybody to kill 1.2 billion Reds? Oh, okay, actually the game's over. Now I'm finally out of my pain and misery. I'm Dr. Henry, I'm signing off. Don't play this ever.